Hey everybody, it's Friday. Halloween's Monday. You're back on the Joey Ciccone Show Connected, World Center of Broadcast Media, WCOBM.com. You go to the site, you click on the Joey Ciccone Show. Okay? You hit the chat button. You'll be watching me live. Remember, we got the archives. They come out. You'll always have them. On the line from the Midwest. Right now he's moved around. I'm going to talk about that. Minneapolis, Minnesota, okay? I think he's hanging out where Prince used to live, maybe in the studio over there. Jeep, we're having a lot of fun with it. We got the fans chatting in. They're going to ask some questions. Let's go back to that story. Now, the Capone family has a book that's coming out. It's from what you told me on the break.
Well, yes, it's on Doubleday. It's published by Doubleday and Nan Talese. It's written by Deirdre Bair, who was an award-winning author. She's gotten Book of the Year a few times. When she writes a book, it becomes the final say on the subject. She researches things so thoroughly. She spent several years on this, and Doubleday fronted her a lot of money to research this.
Right.
She got genealogists in Italy and just around the world, and
nice.
Historians and authorities, and she interviewed many family members, and it's really, I mean, I found out things about my family that I had no idea. Found out things about my father that I was shocked to find out.
Gabish, right?
It's
yeah.
An amazing book.
Yeah, you find out all the secrets that you didn't know, and now the book's out, right? It's out as we speak.
Yes, it is. It's called Al Capone: His Life, Legacy, and Legend, and it's by Deirdre Bair, and it was interviewed by the Smithsonian Institute yesterday, and it got a great review by the Smithsonian Institute. And
man, God bless you.
Just a 5-star rating. I mean, it's really it's an incredible book. I've read just a little bit of it, but I know the way Deirdre Bair researches things and her writing is just so right on point and so truthful that it's really a pleasure for me to read this thing.
Well, man, I'll tell you. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I apologize. Go ahead.
Nothing to be sorry about.
No, I know. I don't have to say that. I'm just being nice. But go ahead. But the bottom line is this: I'm looking forward to you. Got me ready to read the book. I'm always reading books, so I'm looking forward to getting my hands on it. And the point that you made with the researching and all that stuff, it's got to go back. I mean, this wasn't yesterday, friends. We're talking like back in the day, okay? Prohibition, all right? We're talking Al Capone today, all right? I got a question by a fan for you real quick. I'll throw it. He's asking, what year did Al actually die? Just to clarify that. We want to get that. And yeah, what year?
I believe it was 47.
1947, okay. And he was just asking, I know the answer, but I'll ask you, obviously. Did you know him personally?
No. You know what? I was born in 52, so he was gone.
Gabish. Right.
My brothers did meet him, and my father, as a young man, did some work with him, and Al was at the house all the time. He would visit my father's home regularly, and
hey, tell the story real fast, man. Just throw this in, man, because I saw you on another interview. He came to the house. He used to give in Italian we say sarola, la scuda, some money. He used to give some money for what? He didn't do all bad things, right?
You won't get me saying that. I mean, he was great to family. He was a really great family man. His job was a rough job, a dangerous job, and people got hurt, and I can't say that it was a good idea to cross Al, because that didn't work out well for you, right? When it comes to family, and when it comes to the poor, he was kind of like a Robin Hood in many ways. He really was, and I mean, this man took care of my family. I mean, he took care of me. We always had money. after Al died, I mean, there was still money coming in. So, you know, they took care of us.
Right.
And,
Didn't he come? Didn't he come by and didn't he bring the money and was like, hey, take all the kids to the movies this week?
Oh yeah, he'd come in, and my father would tell me stories, and it's also in the book how, you know, Al would come in, and they did a lot of business at the house. Okay, it wasn't all done at the hotel. It wasn't all done
In the hotel.
Chicago. A lot of the business was done at the house.
At the house, you have it.
And so they would come in on Saturdays, and Al would give my dad a $100 bill and tell him, here, go to the movies, get some ice cream,
Right?
and take all the kids in the neighborhood with you.
Beautiful,
So
man.
That's what they did. Yeah.
I love that.
And then the men would stay there and go over business, and my father's sisters would stay there and you know, basically you know, make sure that all the guys, you know, Al and everybody had you know, had a set coffee, you know, pastries, things like this. They do their business.
Everybody was everybody was taken care of. They did their business, and so there was, you know, there's that side of the man, and there's the side of the man that the public knows and has become notorious and everything. Let me ask you something, just personally. Go ahead.
You know, Joe, I want to interject something. You know, that's one of the things I like about this book. It's very thorough, and it tells every side of the guy. And you know, there's a lot of good things about him with his family. What can I say? Business was tough, yes, but he was great with his family. That's for sure.
Gabish, man. Well,
people get to know that.
right. Well, man, that's a beautiful thing. On a personal note, where does Jeep come from? Okay, it's actually Gennaro. Am I correct?
That is correct.
Okay, so Jeep is what? A nickname? Is that a show? Is that just tell the fans, tell the friends out there, and well, all over the place actually, the United States and parts unknown. How did that come about, or were you born with that?
I was about 6 months old, and I got 4 older brothers, and they christened me with that name. And a lot of people think it was from like an army Jeep, but actually, what I'm told is 2 stories. One is one brother said it's from an army Jeep. Another brother says no, it's from the Popeye cartoon. There was a character, the Jeep, in Popeye cartoon, and
Right.
that's the one that seems to be most common. But it goes back to 6 months old, so I can't tell you the whole story. I just don't remember back that far.
Right. Well, that's all right, man. Ain't no problem, man. You know what? I ask the questions and you answer them. Then again, you can plead the fifth on this show. Just keep that in mind.
Well, you know, if I have to, I will. I don't want
All
to
right.
get in trouble.
We don't want to. We never want to do that. We always want to keep it going, but we always want to keep it real. I'll throw this one at you real quick now before we go to break. I want to do a little spot on a personal friend here, but at the Mob Experience, okay, located at the Tropicana here in Las Vegas. I want to say maybe 7 years ago, right around there. We had Jay Bloom on the show. Let me ask you. I'm going to come right out. Were you compensated for artifacts? Did you supply any of the artifacts for the Al Capone area? Because I worked that show pretty hard.
Well, I was there, and no, you know, I mean, they paid my way, you know, and they took care of me. I was treated like royalty, you know, but, you know, I didn't, you know, ask for a fee. I didn't get a fee. I was just honored to be there, part of such a special event.
Right, but
so they,
right, but
you know,
my
they got me there, and I had a lovely suite at the Trop, and it was great.
right, but my question was, did you supply, or did your let's put it this way, did your family supply any artifacts of Al Capone?
Not that I'm aware of, but they may at the new museum that Jay's going to be opening in Chicago.
In Chicago, that title in town. Yeah, they're opening the new place there.
Again.
Yeah, man, 'cause man, we got the Cubbies coming, man. We got Cubs happening. We got you know, we got the mob thing happening. I got all my family's in Chicago and New York, so I'm gonna have to come back to Chicago and work that show, or help Jay with that show or whatever. But I hope you get out to Vegas before that even happens. I'm with Jeep Capone. You're watching the Joey Ciccone Show, World Center of Broadcast Media, live from Las Vegas every Friday from 11 to noon. Okay, what can I say? We're going to come right back with them. We got a lot more questions, a lot more stories, a lot more books. Joey Ciccone, I'll be right back.